Recording in progress.
So we continue with mixed economy. Today we want to talk about the public sector organizations, which is part of the mixed economy. We talk about the public sector. We're talking about organizations that are owned and controlled by either the local or the central government of a country. So that's the public sector. So examples of government sectors, we have the central department, we have the central government department, which is the ministry. We have the Minister for Education, the Minister for Aviation. These are the ministry. They are the central. They represent the government. We have public corporations or state-owned enterprises, SOEs. For the state-owned enterprises, these are enterprises that are owned by the state government, like the Tripoli government, like the Benghazi. These are enterprises that are owned, like the Tripoli Health Center, like the Tripoli schools, Tripoli University or state, no, that's central. Secondary schools are owned by the state government. The university is owned by the government. I think it's clear. Then we have local authorities for the municipality, or Siraj, Janzo. They have business organizations in the community, the local government that you go to. So they are part of the public sector organization. And other public sector organizations like the postal, the railway station, the Libyan GECOL, the General Electricity Company of Libya, these are also government enterprise. I think it's clear. So what are the aims of public sector? Here they wrote. Public sector organizations have different aims from those in the private sector. Without aims, they are likely to deliver poor quality service and waste resources. Each organization in the public sector will have its own specific aims, depending on the service they provide. However, there will be some common themes. That means there are some things that they do together which are common in the aims and objectives of a public sector. One, improving the quality of services. For the public sector, they are not profit-oriented. So what they want to do is to improve the quality of life. And how can they improve the quality of life? They can only improve the quality of life with the kind of service they render. So the kind of service they render will be quality. They want to ensure that the life becomes a better place. They don't think about profit. Minimizing cost. Government resources are scarce, and it is important that waste is minimized. In the past, public sector organizations have been criticized for being inefficient. As a result, a government is regularly looking for ways to cut costs in all areas. So, minimizing costs. Some resources are scarce. There's economic problem of scarcity, right? So because these resources are scarce, some production should be left in the hands of the government. If we want to avoid reputation, that means reputation, like you are producing the same thing. Everybody are producing the same thing. So why can't just someone produce it to reduce waste of resources? So government wants to minimize costs. As a result, they might be taking up certain strategic areas of production. They want to do it alone, like electricity. They don't want to waste resources. They don't want to waste resources on it. Like water supply, they don't want to waste resources on it. So government will provide these services to minimize cost. The third one, allow for social cost and benefit. Since their aim is not to make a profit, public sector organizations are better placed to take into account the needs of a wide range of stakeholders. As a result, when making decisions, they can take into account externalities. It allows for social cost and benefit because in the public sector, they don't think about making profits. As a result of that, there's nothing like private benefit for them. It is always social benefit. So they want, whatever they do, they are into that business because they want to make sure that everyone is better. So whatever decisions government take, they put into consideration the welfare of the society. So they're not just going to take decisions, they will take it based on making sure that the society is well taken care of. Unlike the private sector, they can produce goods and services that are even demerit goods, in as much as they can make profit. Not the same as public sector. Public sector would not produce if it does not go with the standard of the society. But the private sector can do that. Do you get it?
Don't get the public sector.
I said public sector will not produce goods or services that will be harmful, that will not be useful for the society. They will not produce it. But the private sector can do it, in as much as they're going to make profit. They will produce cigarettes, they will produce all these things because they want to make profit. Government will not do that. You get that?
Yes.
Profit in some countries, in some countries, the government owns a number of large businesses that aim to make a profit. So, government also make profit. It's also an aim. Some of their companies want to make profit. Maybe the Libyan wing, if it's owned by the Libyan government, they want to make profit. Do you understand? There's a case study that we have to answer afterwards, right? So we go to types of economy. For types of economy, we have different economies. We go down, please. We have the market of free enterprise. We have the command economy and the mixed economy. Are you there?
Yes.
For a free market or free enterprise economy, this relies least on the public sector for the provision of goods and services. The vast majority are provided